Hello friends, can you imagine this Earth on which we humans have been born? This Earth which is home to innumerable species of living beings. This very Earth was a ball of boiling lava 4 billion years ago. A ball with no sign of life. This begs the obvious question, how did this ball of lava transform into the Earth we live in today? Where did water come from? How was the moon formed? These are all connected to the birth of our sun and solar system. In this video, let us understand these in depth. About 4.6 billion years ago, that is 4,600,000 years ago, our solar system did not exist. Instead, there was only darkness. Deep, quiet, and empty space. In this space was a cloud full of dust and gas, now known as the solar nebula, Niharika in Hindi. It contained various gases. Of them, hydrogen and helium were the most abundant. This cloud was peacefully traveling through the darkness of space for millions of years. Then, suddenly, one day, there was a big explosion. And no, I do not mean the Big Bang. I am talking about the supernova. A dying star exploded near it. This kind of explosion is called a supernova and happens to stars at the end of their life. The shock waves reached our solar nebula and caused gravitational instability. In some areas of this cloud, the gas and dust began compressing. Gradually, this entire nebula started collapsing inward. The gas and dust started revolving around the center. The nebula looked like a rotating disk at this point. This flat, rotating disk is called the protoplanetary disk. Proto means before. The disk that existed before the planets were formed. As shown in the animation on the screen, this was what the disk looked like. Since this disk was flat, this helps us understand why our solar system is flat. When the planets orbit around the sun, they are almost on the same plane. Now, at the center of this protoplanetary disk, the pressure and temperature kept increasing, and it gave birth to a protostar. Protostar means the same thing basically, the thing which existed before the star was formed. Gradually, the contents of the nebula were pulled towards the center due to increasing temperature and pressure. At one point, the center became so concentrated that a nuclear fusion reaction started. Hydrogen's fusion reaction, taking place around 15 million degrees Celsius. In this reaction, hydrogen turns into helium. Because of this fusion reaction, our sun was born. This reaction is still taking place on the sun, the source of sunshine, heat, and light on Earth. The details are complex, but broadly, hydrogen is being converted into helium. Back then, most of the gas and dust converged into the sun. Even today, the sun makes up about 98% of the mass of our solar system. The remaining 0.2% accounts for 8 planets, hundreds of moons, thousands of comets, and millions of asteroids. But the question is, how did these planets start forming? That is so interesting.